Hi there, Eva here from Women Blazing Trails. Today we are talking about journaling, and I've been asked this a few times. Oh, can you do a video on journaling? Or oh, how do you journal? Or oh, I don't understand journaling. Or sometimes I hear, oh, I don't like to journal, or I'm not a writer, or I don't have time, or whatever. I hear all different kinds of things about journaling, and I thought that I would do a video to talk about how to journal, but not only talk about how to journal, but why we should journal. Hang on, I feel like my lipstick is like, sorry, why we should journal and all that good stuff. So first and foremost, I think the one thing, it's kind of like a myth that I want to like almost bust right now, is everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, I think people think there's like a certain way or a certain method that you need to follow to journal, to make journaling effective or whatever. I journal intuitively, and I journal for many different reasons, but I journal intuitively. And when I'm writing, I write the things that call to my heart, and I write the things that I feel I need to express at that particular moment. So, for an example, every morning I do a gratitude journal, and how it feels for me is that I write everything, dear God, thank you for another day of life. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for keeping my son safe. And I'll just write things that I'm very, very grateful for. And that, for me, that's a powerful thing to journal about, because it just starts your day off on the right foot, because you're journaling about gratitude. Like, you're journaling and you're writing all the things that you're grateful for at that particular moment. So waking up is something to be grateful for. Having coffee, having a bed to sleep in, having a roof over your head, having blankets, like all of those things. I'm grateful for my friends, and I just write the things that come to my mind. So I write. My gratitude journaling is always intuitive. What am I grateful for at this particular moment? You can also journal. Another way to journal, or another reason or thing to journal, is your feelings. And sometimes, like, let's say you're just having sorry, my lip gloss is really getting on my nerves today. Eva has shiny object syndrome today. Let's say you're going through a really hard time. For example, you're sad, or you're frustrated, or maybe you're just like, I don't want to say depressed, because I don't really want to talk about depression, only because I don't know enough about it to talk about it. That's the only reason why. But let's say you're just feeling down, like you're just feeling like, ugh, everything sucks, everything's shitty today, this week everything's gone wrong, that kind of thing. So we can journal our feelings, and this is very therapeutic, and I wish more people would do this. When we journal our feelings, because I want you to think about it like this. Here's a really good way for you to kind of put it all into perspective for you, so you can see why journaling is really effective. Or how about we just say writing instead of journaling? When you're feeling down, or when you're having a bad time in life, or you're going through, maybe you just broke up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, maybe you just lost your job, maybe you're frustrated because things have been really shitty the last 6 months. I mean, things have been shitty for the last year for everybody, honestly. So we hold all this in, right? We bottle up all those feelings, that feeling of anxiety, frustration, anger, grief, all of those feelings, right? Like, they're inside of us, and they just, almost boil over. Like, hang on, there's a loud truck going by. Like, they build and they build and they build, and then and you've heard the expression, when you reach your breaking point. So all these emotions and all of this angst and all of that build and build and build until you just fucking erupt. I mean, you just blow up because you can't take it anymore. So when we journal or when we get all that out of our hearts, get it out off our chest, get it out of our minds. We just get it out, right? It's a way of like releasing all of that toxicity that's building up inside of you, because it's going to build and eventually it's going to blow. And that's what happens. We have all this stuff that builds and then we just blow, and we erupt and we snap on the people that we love. We lash out to strangers that don't deserve it. I'm going to tell you a story if I have time. I'll tell you a story about that. But we just blow up, and the people, we project our anger and all of that. And then we project that onto somebody else, whether it's a stranger or a loved one or somebody in the parking lot or the grocery store clerk. We just project, and that's not very healthy. Those are really good coping mechanisms, and that's not really nice for the person who's the object of your lashing out. So when we write, we get all of that off our chest, we get it onto a piece of paper, we just get it out. And you can write that any way that feels good for you. You can write in, just scribble and just go blah, 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 and write in anger, or you can take time and find, like a nice quiet spot and just go, okay, I just need to write out my feelings right now. So however that is for you, however you're feeling that time is okay. Just get it out. There is no perfect journaling. There is no perfect, sorry, loud truck. There is no perfect way to write or journal or express yourself. You do what feels right for you, how it works for you. That's what journaling is all about. It's all about, journaling is a very personal, private thing. So you do it how it feels the best for you, whether it's journaling and mad, crazy scribbling, writing, or if it's journaling and it's just sitting down and having a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of wine, and you got some soft music playing in the background, you got some candles burning, maybe, I don't know, incense, oils, essential oils, and you're just writing, and you're like, okay, and you could be at a point where you're feeling a lot of grief and sorrow, and you just write and get it all out, and you're probably going to cry an awful lot, and that's okay too. Just write it out and just kind of go, okay. And you can write, you can write a page, you can write 10 pages, you can write a fucking book if you want to. It doesn't matter how much you write. You write until it feels good to stop. That's what, that's journaling. Journaling and writing is about expression, your own personal expression on a piece of paper. And I always tell people, I know a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, some people like to write or journal like on their, iPad or on their phone and notes or on their computer or something like that. But I always encourage people to really get a pen. I feel like I talked about this on my other channel. Get a pen and a paper, like the old-fashioned way, like where you're writing, and write it out. Because I just feel like when we connect, your hand is touching the paper, your fingers are holding the pen, everything is coming through you and it's getting written and expressed on a piece of paper. I just feel that there's more energy attached to it. I don't know if that sounds wonky, I don't know, but there's more of emotion attached to that, and there's more, there's just like an energetic connection to that. I can't explain it. And I think for those of you that have done that, written on pen and paper, you get that. You'll understand that. So I always encourage people, get a notepad, get a journal, get a book, just get something, and just write. Just, get a pen, pencil, whatever, just write. Write your feelings. You can write out your feelings, whether they're happy or sad. You can do gratitude journaling. You can do journaling to, appreciation journaling. Just say, my God, I'm feeling so grateful right now. My life is so amazing, and I'm loving all the things that are happening in my life. I mean, you write whatever is going on in here. If you need to write your feelings, and if they're all good, then write them out. If you want to write your feelings and they're all bad, then write them out. There's no wrong or right way to do it. You just do what feels right for you, babe. That's how you journal. And I always tell people when you are journaling, like try to find a quiet spot. Sometimes I journal in the spot that I'm sitting in now. There's all trees and hummingbirds around me and butterflies, and it can be loud sometimes, but that's okay. I'll put some soft music on, and when I'm writing and journaling, you can hear the birds now. I'm like completely zoned out, so I don't really hear all the traffic and stuff. Find a nice quiet place for you, and let me tell you something. This is really important. Let's say you have like a husband, wife, kids, and you live in a household that's full of, people and activity. Like you need to tell people in the household or wherever you're living or whoever you're living with, you need to tell them, you know what, I'm taking the time out. Please don't disturb me. You have the right to say that. Like you can say, please do not disturb me. I need 15 minutes of quiet time. Can I please have it? Like you need to do that. Like set boundaries because you need to take care of yourself. And I feel that journaling is a great way to take care of yourself. It's a great self-care technique because you're alone with yourself, with your thoughts, and you're expressing yourself and your thoughts on paper, and you're just getting it out, and you're feeling like, I don't know how to explain it, like you're one with yourself and your feelings, and it's almost like you are releasing them, or if they're bad thoughts, or you're connecting to them if they're good thoughts. I mean, you're just one with your feelings. I can't explain that any other way. So find quiet time, be in a quiet space, let people know that you need quiet time, do not disturb. Or, if that's not possible, then get up, 15 minutes early, or stay up 15 minutes later, or whatever, if you want to journal daily. So I hope that kind of helps a little bit. I wanted to touch upon everything. And I also before I go, actually, I want to talk about one more thing about journaling or writing. And that's about that's writing truth letters or forgiveness letters, I like to call them. And that's another method of journaling, if you will, is when you're writing truth or forgiveness letters. And those are for, let's say you're trying to heal from past trauma. Or let's say and writing and journaling is a great way to do that. Or let's say your partner or somebody at work really just pissed you off, or somebody really, really hurt you badly, and you can't talk to them about it for whatever reason, or maybe they haven't said I'm sorry and you're having a hard time forgiving them or letting go or whatever. So writing a truth letter or forgiveness letter is a really, really good way to release these people and get them out of your, just get them out, out of your head, your heart, your soul, get them off your chest. And this letter, like the forgiveness truth letter, mine are always no holds barred. I'm just I unleash a fury, kind of, if you will. Dear Henry, that was a really shitty thing you did to me, and I don't know how you sleep at night, and I hate you for it. I mean, I just unleash a wrath of Eva when I'm writing a truth letter, because it's everything that I'm feeling inside towards that person that's really, really hurt me. Like my friend from years ago who ripped me off, who stole $1,000 of my money while I was flying and on my way to Guatemala. He took $1,000 of my savings, my friend, somebody I trusted. And I mean, I spewed venom for a long time, because I was after him for a long time. Dude, when are you going to pay me back? You took my money, you have to pay me back. Oh, yes, Eva will. Yes, Eva, I will. And then I just gave up. It's been 6 years now, and I just gave up. And so I wrote him truth letters. Dear Henry, I can't believe you did that. I thought you were my friend. That was a really shitty thing to do. And how do you sleep at night? I mean, I just let loose. But I don't write, I don't have to write him letters anymore. I'm done. It's done. I don't think about it, and I'm just using it now as an example for you. I don't think about it. It's whatever, it is what it is. Sometimes I think about him, and I hope he's doing well, I hope he's okay, whatever. So when you write truth letters, it helps you get all of that toxicity out of you. And then, as time goes on, you eventually just stop thinking about the person who hurt you, and you found freedom, and there's inner peace and freedom in that. So that's another way of journaling. That's another method of journaling, is to write truth or forgiveness letters. I'm actually going to drop a link down below about how to write forgiveness letters from a blog that I wrote. I'm also going to drop another link down below to a love letter that I wrote myself, and that's another way of journaling, is you can write love letters to yourself. Dear Eva, I think you're awesome. I don't know why you're feeling so shitty, and I don't know why you don't think you're enough, because you are enough. You are amazing. So stop thinking that you're not, and find your, I just do that. That's another way of journaling. With journaling, the possibilities, and it's all endless. You just write what you want, and when you get it all out, it just feels really, really good. It's really, really therapeutic. For those of you that doubt it, journaling and writing is really therapeutic, because you're no longer chained to all, especially the toxic emotions. You're no longer chained to them. They no longer are holding you prisoner. Here's a really good way to explain it. You're no longer hostage to these toxic feelings, because you're releasing them. So you're not a prisoner anymore, and you're releasing them. And then you become free. You become free. I can't explain it any other way. There's a freedom in liberation in getting all your feelings out. So that's what journaling really is. It's all about you and what's going on in here, what's going on in here, what's going on in, what's going on, and just getting it out any way that feels right for you. I hope that kind of helped a little bit. If you have any more questions about journaling, please drop them down below in the description, or in the comments, in the comment section down below, and I'll help you as best I can. But journaling really is just an intuitive way of expressing yourself on paper with pen. That's all it really is. I'm also going to drop a link. I hope you like this video. I'm also going to drop a link to my Ko-fi page down below. If you liked this video, and if I helped you in any way, shape, or form, you can support my work and my channel by buying me a coffee. And as always, please be a kind human being. And if you know of anybody who needs help, or you see a homeless person or a street dog or whatever, please take 5 minutes on $5 or whatever, and just help somebody who needs help. Please be a kind human being. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all back here real soon. Bye for now.